Warning, the following scene is played by anime characters and would be extremely dangerous if attempted by actual humans.
I'm a Lanzhu simp now. Nijigasaki's second season has finally started airing, and a day before Shizuku Osaka's birthday. That's cute. What do I think about it? Well, let's briefly summarize. The episode begins, and we're made aware of two things. One, the Niji girls look damn fine in suits. And two, the animation here is breathtaking. I honestly had to do a double take and make sure I started the right anime. I didn't think Shizuku was powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with the Colossus of Rhodes from God of War 2. After the animation team gets the chance to show off, we're told that this video is actually for the upcoming open campus. Since the School Idol Festival from the last season was such a hit, they want it to be even bigger and better this time around. Rina even mentions that other schools want to participate, not just Shinonome and Toho. So perhaps the other N-Rarity girls will get animated this time around. And if that's the case, I really want to see Shion Academy animated, especially the disciplinary committee. After all their hard work, Kasumi treats the club to her specially made buns, which were all likely freshly squeezed out of Shizuku's plump, curvy, dummy-thick ass. We then cut to Shioriko Mifune, a student council member, getting a message from Lanzhu Zhong, a transfer student from Hong Kong. She informs Shioriko that she just arrived in Japan, and she is looking hot as fuck. Alongside her is Mia Taylor, a songwriting prodigy that isn't even out of her teens yet. The anime does expect you to at least be aware of these three characters prior to watching, so please be aware of that. Setsuna explains to the student council how the seminar will be handled, and Shioriko expresses how much she loves the idea of what the School Idol Festival aims to achieve, which is a far cry from how she initially was in the app, being dismissive of the club at best and seeing it as a waste of time. That said, her wanting what she believes is best for the student body of Nijigasaki is still in line with her character. So time will tell if she becomes opposed to the Idol Club or not. Aside from having a booth, the Idol Club also has an opportunity to show off EMV at the East Tower. Shizuku and Rina still want to edit a few more things, wanting this video to be the best it could possibly be, and Yu gives them the go-ahead. A week passes and the seminar begins, allowing Lanzhu to come face to face with the idols that touched her heart. She immediately embraces Ayumu upon seeing her and explains why she transferred to Nijigasaki in the first place. Also, Yu's reaction here is hilarious. My sense of humor is broken. Lanzhu then meets the rest of the idols by the Buns Club, which is probably dedicated to worshipping Shizuku's heavenly glutes. Lanzhu wants to take to the stage because the other idols from the previous School Idol Club expressed what they wanted to do through their performances, seeing her high school years as the perfect opportunity to show off. Kasumi starts getting impatient at how long the editing for the music video is taking, and also with the presentation so close to the deadline. She takes off to check on their progress as Lanzhu talks more with Yu and Ayumu. The former expresses her confusion at Yu being part of the club, but not being an idol herself. Yu states that school idols gave her the motivation to pursue her goals, just as they motivated Lanzhu to attend Nijigasaki. Ayumu also chimes in, bringing up that everybody else's support caused her to keep going and continue being an idol, not just the support of her childhood friend. So we can finally rest easy knowing that she's moved past her friggin' Yuno-Gasai phase in the last season. Hopefully she doesn't relapse or my hatred of her would be cemented.
With an history more important to you.
Kill yourself.
Kasumi runs over and gives Yu the drive literal seconds after Shizuku and Rina finish the video. It starts playing on the overhead screens and the drive that Kasumi took was full of bloopers. With the idols thoroughly humiliated, Rina makes a mad dash to get the right file. However, Shioriko informs the club that they may not have enough time to play the full video if they get back. Never mind the fact that other clubs have their own presentations to show off. Lanzhu quickly takes matters into her own hands to stall for time, and she has Mia start playing the song that she wrote prior to arriving in Japan, giving us the first insert song of the season, Utopia.
录一首给你们看看。
Much like Queendom from the SIFAS app, this song tells you all you need to know about Lanzhu, putting her vanity and unchecked ego front and center. Except instead of saying, I'm taking over now, my way or the highway, she asserts her dominance here by saying, I'm better than you at everything, get good. And on the topic of better than you, she's kicking Karin's ass at her own fucking game, despite Karin intentionally being designed to be the sexy one of Niji. Meanwhile, Utopia has Lanzhu start pole dancing, show off her lovely back while bathing, this breathtaking shot, and practically giving you an open invitation to do as you please with her. Two things are certain. One, this insert song set a very high bar for the rest to follow, and two, the amount of Lanzhu simps is definitely going to increase tenfold. And I think I'm one of them.
He's got yellow fever.
And just like the songs from the previous seasons, we also get a reference to app songs as well, though it's only for Queendom and not Ye Mingju. Utopia isn't my favorite song from Lanzhu's, but it's definitely great in its own right.
怎么样，不错吧？
Lanzhu's performance gave the club enough time to get the right drive and held the audience's attention to keep their interest for the eventual MV. Lanzhu prevented the club's presentation from being a total disaster, scolding from Shioriko notwithstanding. While you and the others are more than happy to have her be part of the club, Lanzhu states that she wouldn't be joining, specifically stating that their end goals are too different. The club wants to inspire people, Lanzhu just wants to wow them. In Lanzhu's eyes, a school idol just needs to captivate the audience and give them positive feelings. Being reliant and dependent on them for success is just pathetic. She intends to join the next school idol festival as a solo act and even advises you to leave the club to pursue her dreams seriously. So rather than being indifferent towards you like in the app, she seems to be giving her harsh if genuine advice, believing that this club is holding her back. Of course, Yu's having none of it and thinks the opposite, considering the fact that she played a crucial role in reforming the club in the last season, and tells Lanzhu that she wouldn't be backing down. Before she and Mia take their leave, Lanzhu states that the School Idol Festival will yield the results they want, proving once and for all who's better. The episode ends with a conversation between Rakshata and Jennifer, two characters from the first Love Live app. So it's safe to say that we'll see other characters from YG International, the school that these two characters are from. And fingers crossed that we get other characters as well. In short, this pilot was pretty good, wasting absolutely no time into getting into what will hopefully be the ongoing plot of this season. Something that I felt was the first season's biggest flaw in that there was no real ongoing plot. While it did an amazing job at developing its characters and even improving them in some respects, any issues that do come up in later episodes are either resolved quickly or end up derailing their characters instead of building them up. So in terms of plot progression, I think that this season is a step forward. Hopefully next episode doesn't resolve this in 30 seconds. It's also worth noting that at least for now, Lanzhu's operating solo rather than forming the School Idol Association like she does in the SIFAS app. And considering how divisive that storyline was there, I'm honestly not sure if they will try to redo it or omit it entirely. I honestly didn't think SIFAS' second season was that bad. It's far from perfect, but it's nowhere near the dumpster fire that people made it out to be. For all its faults, it at least tried something new. And I get it, original doesn't always mean amazing, but how do you expect this series to grow if the writers aren't allowed to do anything new and need to stick to the status quo? I know I'm in the minority for thinking this, and I do have more thoughts that I could put into a different video entirely, but I am hoping that reception for the second season of the anime will lean more towards the positive side. Lanzhu Zhong absolutely steals the show here. I was never too crazy about her at first, but now after this episode and her amazing song, she's definitely become one of my favorites. Not only because of the shallow reasons, but also because I think she's an antagonist that Love Live can work with. The only negative that I could list about this episode is that we don't really get much insight into Shioriko or Mia's characters, so newcomers may be stumped. If you haven't played SIFAS, you'll probably be confused, and if you have played SIFAS, you may be disappointed if Shioriko or Mia is your favorite character. I'm sure we'll get a proper introduction to these two later on in the season. I'm just saying they could have used more than just a handful of lines. But overall, I don't have many complaints. I'm really looking forward to the next few episodes. Moving forward, I may end up reviewing the next few episodes in batches rather than just one episode at a time, except unlike Stone Ocean, you don't have to wait a year for them to come out. Hopefully this review was entertaining. Maybe I even piqued your interest in Love Live if you're new to the series, and I'll see you in the next review.